today we will be talking about the conversions of degree to radians and vice versa. Other than that, we will also tackle about coterminal angles. But first, let us define and familiarize ourselves with these terms. First, let us define this term. The word radian is denoted by the symbol rad, which looks like this. It is used as a unit of angle measure in the International System of Units. It is also considered as the standard unit of angular measures that is used in many parts of mathematics. Actually, 1 radian is equivalent to 180 degrees. And in order to form a full revolution, or 360 degrees, we need 2 radians. The second one is degree. Degree is usually denoted by this symbol. This is called the degree symbol, and with this would be read as 30 degrees. A degree is a measurement of a plane angle in which a full revolution is equal to 360 degrees. But what is an angle? An angle is formed by a rotating ray through its endpoint called the vertex. Let me draw you an illustration. In here is what we call the right angle. It means that it consists 90 degrees, and this is what we call an angle. Now, let me present to you a Cartesian plane. A Cartesian plane consists of 2 axes, which are the x, the horizontal one, and the y-axis, which is the vertical one. It also consists of 4 quadrants. But what are quadrants? Quadrants are regions defined by the 2 axes of the plane, which consist both positive and negative value. The quadrant 1 would be located at the top right fourth corner of the plane. And as you can see, the quadrant 2 would be located at the top left fourth, while the quadrant 3 is on the bottom left fourth, and the quadrant 4 is located at the bottom right fourth corner of the plane. Now, we are down to angle measures. Angle measures is defined by the amount of rotation formed by 2 intersecting rays. It is denoted by this sign called theta. In here, I have 3 kinds of illustration. This one consists of 4 right angles, which right angles are equal to 90, that's why 90 times 4 is equal to 360 degrees. 360 degrees would be a full rotation around the point, or what we call a revolution. In here, this is the initial side, the starting point of the ray, and then here is the terminal side. Now, the second illustration describes a half rotation. A half rotation consists of 2 right angles, which is equal to 180 degrees, or a straight angle, while the third one would be a quarter angle, or the right angle itself, consisting 90 degrees.
Determine which quadrant the angle lies in. In each quadrant has certain direction. First, the quadrant 1 has 0 to 90 degrees. Quadrant 2 has 90 to 180 degrees. Then the quadrant 3 has 180 to 270 degrees, while the quadrant 4 has 270 to 360 degrees. It has helped us to know what the vectors belongs with. It is very important to determine which vectors belong in which quadrant. This quadrant has value with positive x and positive y. The second quadrant has positive y and negative x. And the third quadrant, they both negative x and y, while the quadrant 4 has negative y and positive x.
Today we will find the terminal and coterminal of an angle 1120 and negative 960. So first, to find that, we will add 360, then minus 360. First, 1920 plus 360 is 2280. Then negative 960 minus 360 is negative 1320. After, we will find the coterminal and terminal of an angle 1920 and negative 360. I-add naman natin siya sa graph. I-identify lang natin kung ilang 360 ang meron sa 2,228. So, divide 360. Meron siyang 6 na 360 sa loob ng 2,280. Yung nakuha natin, i-minus lang natin sa 2,280 para ma-identify natin kung saan natin siya ilalagay yung measurement. 120. Ang nakuha natin. After that, ilalagay lang natin dito kung ilang 360 ang nakuha natin sa 2,280. So, may 6 tayo na nakuha. Then, 6 na circle rin ang gagawin natin. It's positive, so the rotation will be counterclockwise. This is equivalent to 360. We will add some 5 more. So, 6 na siya. So, isasakto lang natin siya dito. Kanina nakakuha tayo ng tatlong 360 sa negative 1,320. So, it's negative. So, the rotation will be clockwise.
These are the two different units that is used to measure an angle, radians and degree. It is important for us to be proficient in the conversion of a unit of an angle, radians to degree, degree to radians. When we take the radius of a circle and revolve it, we start constructing an angle that can be measured in either radians or degree.
And this is how we solve radians to degree and degree to radians. First, let's start with the degree to radians. Multiplying the number of degrees by pi over 180. So, if you have 120 by given, multiply 120 multiplied by pi over 180 is equal to 2 over 3. Why? Because let's check it on the calculator. 120 multiplied by pi over 180 is equals to
2 pi over 3.
And this is how we solve degree to radians. Another one is radians to degree. Radians to degree, always remember that pi is equal to 180. For example, this is the formula of radians to degree. Before we begin with the conversion process, you have to know that pi radians is equal to 180, which is equivalent to going halfway around a circle. Over 4 multiplied by 180 degrees over pi, it is equals to 45 degrees. Let us check. Pi over 4 multiplied by 180 degrees, pi is equal to 45 degrees. That's why 45 degrees is the answer.
Now we are at radius to degrees. But before we begin with the conversion process, you have to know that pi is equal to 180 degrees. This is important to know because we will be using radians equal to 180 over over pi as a conversion metric. This is because 1 radian is equal to 180 degrees over pi. That's simple. Let's say we have an example that is pi over 12. Now we got to multiply it to 180 degrees over pi. Then simplify when necessary. Here's how you do it. Here's the answer. So that's how you do it with a calculator. But there's also a way to solve this without any calculator. Here. 3 degrees. Ano nga ba? We'll be combining this here. Then also this. And now you have to find the LCD of these two. So the LCD of both 180 and 12 is 30. 6. So the LCD of 180 and 12 is 6. So then divide the numerator to the LCD and divide the denominator to the LCD as well. 6 is equals to 30. And also divided in here. 12 divided by 6 is equals to 2. Then now we have to divide these two together. 30 divided by 2 is equals to 15 degrees. And that's how you solve minus 2 degree without any calculator at all.
So today, I'm gonna show you the angle measurement of quadrants. So we have here the quadrant 1, which is 0 degrees to 90 degrees. Quadrant 2 is 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Quadrant 3 is 180 to 270 degrees. Quadrant 4, we have 270 to 360 degrees. We have here a sample problem. So 120 is the problem. So as we can see, it lies on the quadrant 2 because it's around of 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Oh, 270. Well, it lies in quadrant 3 and 4 because it's around of the quadrant 3 and 4. Oh, how about larger numbers? How we can compute it? How we can solve it? Well, it's easy. So we have here is the 5,520 degrees. So we can just divide it to 360 degrees. It equals to 15 degrees. 15 times 360 is 5,400. So we will minus it to 5,520. 5,520 degrees minus 5,400 is 120 degrees. So it lies in quadrant 2. That's how easy it is.
For negative angles, we go clockwise. As you can see, negative 270 degrees to negative 360 degrees are in quadrant 1, which is at the top right section of the Cartesian plane. Negative 180 degrees to negative 270 degrees are in quadrant 2, which is at the top left of the Cartesian plane. While at the bottom left of the Cartesian plane, we have quadrant 3, which ranges from negative 90 degrees to negative 180 degrees. And lastly, we have quadrant 4, which is at the bottom right of the Cartesian plane. It ranges from 0 degrees to negative 90 degrees. To determine the quadrant where the angle belongs to, you need to keep in mind the ranges of each quadrant. For example, negative 220 degrees. This angle will obviously belongs to quadrant 2 because quadrant 2 ranges from negative 180 degrees to negative 270 degrees, whereas negative 90 degrees, negative 180 degrees, and negative 270 degrees have two quadrants. For example, negative 90 degrees. This angle will belong to both quadrant 3 and 4. Because they both have negative 90 degrees at their ranges. And it is the same with negative 180 degrees and negative 270 degrees.